Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be looking at Magicka Wizard Wars. Should you play it? Is it worth your time? That's what we're going to be discussing in this video. So when I first had a look at the game, honestly it looked pretty dull. But when I actually gave it a try, oh man, it's easily one of my favorite games, if not my most favorite game. The skill cap is so high. There's so much to practice. You need to be really fast. You have to play really fast, like non-stop casting spells if you want to be the best at this game. It takes so much more skill than you might think. The skill cap is extremely high. You've got to play very fast. You've got to have like a lot of APM, so a lot of actions per minute. Those people who've played StarCraft 2 would know what I'm talking about. Also the spells look really cool. I mean, who doesn't like the elements? There's like fire, ice, water, and you have these skills, you have each element, and you have to mix these elements together to create different spells. And some of these spells are stronger against some other elements. So if someone's on fire and you use water, the water will put out the fire. If somebody's wet and you use fire, it will get rid of that wetness. So you've got to constantly be countering what the enemy's doing. You can also put these shield thingies on you, and if you put one shield, it will reduce damage from that element by 50%. But if you put two of that shield, so if you put two fire shieldy things on you, then you take 0 damage from fire altogether. So that's a big part of the game, and you've got to constantly change between your shields. So another thing about this game is that you can kill yourself and you can kill your allies, so that's why there's so much skill involved, because if you're not careful with your spells you can hit your own team, or you could kill yourself like this. Alright, so as you can see, there are 2 game modes, either a 4 vs 4 wizard battle, Gandalf and all his little friends, or there's a dueling mode, which is like a 1 vs 1 to the death thingy, and yeah, the first to get 3-round victory wins the match. And then there's a training ground, which will teach you the basics, which is pretty cool. And I suggest you guys do this if you're starting off. So you're just here, and you've got like a dummy to fight with, and you click on the thingy and it'll teach you spells. Yeah. Okay, so the daily chest is like the daily win that you usually get in any kind of game. This one is on a 24-hour cooldown, as you'd expect, and when you can open it, you'll open up the chest, which is kind of invisible on my screen, but it should be right here on the left side in the gap. So when you open it, if you do not get this multiplier up, which I'll explain how to do in a moment, your chance of getting a really crappy item is massive. It's gargantuan, in fact. So this crap item is like a little crystal thing that you need. It's useful, but you could get so much cooler things like cool and unique robes, or maybe weapons, I don't know, but definitely robes, which is really cool to have. So each day before you open your chest, you want to get this multiplier up for the chance to get more rare items. And how you do it is, each one of these lines represents a win. So this first one means that you've gotten 1 win, and you have double the chance to get a rare item instead of a common item. So here's another win, that's 2 wins, 3, and you go win until you have 10 times more chance to get a more rare item, which could be a unique robe that you can't even buy in the store. So moving on to the store, I think at the beginning they'll always kind of bait you to buy this tutorial fire pack for 10,000 gold, but just have a look around first. If you don't want it, you don't have to buy it, so you can save your money for something else. These things here are for real money, but the game is not pay to win as far as I've seen so far. these things here, which you can buy with the in-game currency. And there are some stats which you'll learn about later. This robe here will give you 100 extra health but reduce your movement speed by 4%. The items in this game work that way. It will give you a boost to something while reducing something else. So if you look at some of the other robes, it's like a Jax kind of robe. And yeah, so there's weapons, different kind of weapons. Each weapon does a different thing, different kind of attack. Staves, different stats. Trinkets, just extra stats. Rings as well. Then here you've got your spells. So what I was talking about earlier, if you open that chest and you don't get your rarity multiplier up, you'll most likely get a crystal. So you use these crystals to buy different spells. So if I click on this one here, Tactical Dragon Strike, it costs these things down here on the bottom left. The blue one, the green one, that one looks grey, earth one, and then 3 fire. So you get them, and then with that you can unlock it for free, and then you can use it. And these are like your kind of special abilities that you can change, as you can see here. So yeah, that's it guys. In my opinion, I don't know if this game is for casuals, because it requires so much skill. Like, just taking a first glance at it, you won't realize how much skill it takes until you actually play. Now, playing for a couple of weeks, I'm much better than when I started, but I'm still very bad compared to like the better players out there, because you've got to play so fast and you've got to practice all these combos of elements to do different things. So that's just my opinion. Maybe casuals would enjoy it as well, but I don't know, it's pretty hardcore. Magicka Wizard Wars is about 700 megabytes of fun. It's really good, lots of action, lots of wizards. If you like Gandalf, you gotta play this game. I mean, you don't see their faces, but you know it's Gandalf under there, you just know it. There's so much to learn in this game. It's not enough just knowing what the element combos are, but you have to be well versed in them. You have to practice them day in, day out to get really fast at them and to use them at the right times. You've got to know how to reduce damage that's incoming to you, and you have to know how to counter the defenses that your opponents put up. So it's such a good game, such a high skill cap, but I'm sure casuals could enjoy it as well. Thanks for listening guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.